Sunday.
Well, we're throwing our opening party, we're throwing our kickoff party on August 1st on Saturday, and Gym Class Heroes is going to play that party, and it's going to be a red carpet one because it's LA. And then we get on the bus that night, drive straight through to Vegas. I think I'm doing some radio in the morning, and then we are throwing our party that night, Sunday night.
Well, that's just awesome.
I don't know if I explained it. It's a free ticket. Like, it's just first come, first served. So if you want to get in, just line up. But if people buy the DVD, there's a voucher inside that serves as an early entry ticket, so you get into a different line that gets in at 7 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock.
Yeah, also wanted to mention that the Sin City Roller Girls are actually going to be there that Sunday night as well for you guys.
Man, we had the San Diego girls at the Comic-Con party, and they were awesome. We at one point formed a chain of at least 30 people, and I have videotaped from the center of it, and that's actually... Where is that? Is that that's probably up on our Facebook.
Yeah, it'll be awesome in Vegas, and then even if you don't make it, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some great videos coming out of the Vegas one because Sin City Roller Girls, I happen to know, they're very, very great gals. They're going to have a lot of fun there as well. So it's going to be a really great thing, and we'll be able to see all the Star Wars stuff going on. And then, like I said, they're going to be touring the country. They're going to go all the way up to New York, right?
Yeah, straight across the country. And it's a really good time vibe. The best thing about it, in San Diego, it was just such a big success. Nobody was mad. Nobody got in a fight. I'm kind of hopeful that even the people that can't get into the actual party might have their own party in the parking lot. We just want to get people together and get them out and have a good time together.
And roller skating is a dying art, so you got to go out and support roller skating. I remember roller skating in the 80s.
Roller skating is just a straight-up equalizer. There is... the nerdest of nerds may be on skates, and the coolest of cool dudes may hit his ass more than once.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And some of them can really dance on it. They can do the moonwalk on skates,
Oh, my gosh. We had a guy in San Diego that was amazing. We have a bunch of video of it.
Yeah, so we still have some of those people that still dance on skates,
Are you going to get on skates?
I am going to get on skates, and I'm not talking about the blades. I'm getting on regular skates.
Oh, sir. Yeah, quad skates. My girlfriend and I made our own skates out of sneakers, and we will be wearing those the entire tour.
Yeah, and you're not talking about those ones that have them inside the sneaker like they have now, but the actual quad skates.
No.
Right?
I'm not talking about Heelys. I'm talking about straight up full-size quad wheels and a Nike Jordan Dunk attached to it.
Yeah, almost like they used to have those old school skates where they had the actual, the frame, and then you put your own shoe in it, and it was still a skate.
This is sort of like that, except they rolled through the bottom of the shoe and mounted the truck directly to the sole. We are not fucking around.
So how are they working? Are they working good?
Sweet, man. They're coming along really sweet. As a matter of fact, on, I guess it's StarWars.com, there's a video that we made of us making our skates.
Oh, that's awesome. And then, maybe that's something you got to market to Nike, Nike skates.
Maybe. I don't know. We use their website. They have NikeID.com where you can design your own shoes. So we both designed our own shoes, and then ordered all the stuff for the skate.
Well, yeah, that's great. I mean, that's really something interesting and new. Make your own skates. It's
Why not? It was
pick
fun.
them out.
It was a lot of fun. We had a great time in San Diego.
Well, it's great. I mean, Comic-Con is always one of the biggest parties there. But you gotta check out Robot Chicken when they're heading to your town. Robot Chicken Bus Tour. Make sure you guys check that out as well. Seth, thank you for joining us on here. Anything else you want to promote?
No. Hope to see you on the tour.
Okay. Would you do me a quick favor before we go, Seth?
Sure.
Would you quick promo for me?
Yeah, what do you need?
Here, let me give you a great example of what I want you to do. You can
okay.
Of course, you can go with ad or whatever. Here we go.
Hi, this is Crystal Gale, and I love Somewhere in Vegas with Mark.
Feel free to improv. Just say your name. This is Mark, and you're listening to Somewhere in Vegas with Mark, and then feel free to improv anything else.
Got it.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hey, what's up? This is Seth Green, and you are listening to Somewhere in Vegas with Mark, and I am so hot I would desperately like a glass of water. Please give me some water.
Awesome, Seth. Thank you for being on the show.
No, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Hopefully see you on Sunday.
All right, dude. I'll see you there.
See you there. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
And I believe, Danielle, are you on the line?
I am. How are you?
I'm doing great. I love the show.
Thank you. I'm so glad to hear that.
I mean, do you find the comedy is natural to you, or did it take a little work?
Oh no, I think it's a combination of two things. Doing this show, which was a hosting thing, doing total comedy took a little getting used to, but having been on Boy Meets World for so long, kind of comedic timing kind of came naturally to me. But the hosting and doing comedy and standing up there like a one-woman show took a little getting used to.
Well, I mean, your writers are actually great. And like I said, it's a hilarious show. I love it. I wanted to, since you brought it up, talk a little bit about Boy Meets World. And your part was originally not going to be, it was going to be a guest starring role for a couple episodes, right?
That's right. It was actually only supposed to be one episode, and it just kind of worked out that they all, ended up loving the Corey Topanga relationship so much they decided to turn it into, the gist of the show.
It kind of like the Urkel thing, They brought Urkel to Family Matters for a couple episodes, and then he just became up to the episodes, basically.
Exactly.
So, I mean, was it a lot of fun being a part of such a long series?
Yeah, it was. I mean, the thing I love about being a part of something that goes on for that long is just the kinds of relationships you form with the people you work with. They become more like family than coworkers. And, especially when you're that age, I was on the show from 12 to 19. I spent more time with them than I did my real family. I was on set 12 hours a day. And so, yeah, they are like best friends / family.
Yeah, I mean, have you been in contact with Ben Savage over the past couple years, or have you been?
Yeah, we keep in touch occasionally. We check in with each other via Facebook and via text message, and check in and see how the other one's doing. And he's doing great. He's great.
Do you still see people on the street say, "Oh yeah, it's Topanga"?
Yes, every day.
Every day. Well,
every day.
Hopefully that changes to the, "Oh, you're the girl from the dish."
That's started to happen a lot more often, too, which has been really nice. I always really appreciate it when people can talk about the dish.
Which is really cool. I mean, can you tell us a little bit about what the format of the show is?
What the what is? I'm sorry?
The format of the show.
The format's kind of, it's me standing alone in front of a green screen, and then we have, our little background that they display on there, and we play clips of the show. Actually, the way we film it is I've got 2 TV screens, one on either side of me, and then a little monitor also underneath my teleprompter, which is how I'm able to interact with, the clips that are going on next to me, even though there's nothing really happening in the studio. Kind of like a weather person, but, with funny stuff. And so that's, how it gets filmed, and it's basically just 30 minutes of fun, lighthearted, poking fun at, the entertainment industry.
Yeah, it's absolutely great, and I mean it's a similar format to what the soup is, but I think it's nice to have a female in front of that green screen, and really,
Well, good. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I love Joel. He's amazing. We do definitely, we'll have the same executive producers as the soup, so it's kind of all in the same format as that, but just a little bit more of a girly spin. And, Joel and I have our own different ways of portraying comedy. So. Well,
it's great. It's very refreshing. Is there an audience on your show, or
we do have an audience. It's a majority of the audience is my crew, is my writers and my producers, and then we usually get somewhere between 5 and 10 additional people that are either interns in the studio, or if people randomly hear about it and want to come to a taping, we always encourage that too.
Do you film in the same studio as the soup does, or do you have your own separate studio?
We film in the same building. We just film in a separate studio. Joel films in what we call Studio A, and I film in Studio B. There's only 2 studios, there.
Okay. Yeah, because actually I was invited to go over and see a tape of the soup, so one of these days I got to take them off on the offer. So
absolutely, and you could then stop by and come see the dish as well.
Oh, awesome! Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I'll definitely consider it next time I'm in LA.
Perfect.
Yeah. I guess one of the questions I had for you is who do you think has made the biggest fashion faux pas of all time?
Oh, that would be so impossible to say of all time. I don't know. I think any time somebody, especially as a woman, is wearing something way too tight, way too short, and way too low cut all at once, i.e. Mariah Carey 95% of the time, that for me is a huge faux pas. You can see that coming from a mile away, and that's a pretty easy one to avoid. Pick pick something you feel like, accenting, and leave the rest of it to the imagination.
And also, I wanted to ask you a little bit about who do you think has better fashion sense, yourself or Lance Bass?
I'm going to go with me on that one, although I guarantee you could probably find 100 pictures of both of us in something horrendous. I'm going to go with me on that one just because I think there are more pictures of Lance in crazy outfits than there are of me, so nobody could prove me otherwise.
Yeah, you two are really good friends. You're really fast friends with each other as well. And you
Yes.
sort of voted him when he was on Dancing with the Stars, right?
Yes, I went and saw him a couple of times. It was amazing. It made me want to do it very badly.
Do you think he had it in him to do a lot of the dancing? I'm assuming you did.
Well, I was not surprised by how great he was because I knew that he had it in him. He's so ambitious and he's driven. But I was slightly surprised because he was certainly not the strongest dancer in NSYNC. He was definitely the one that they had to work with the most. So seeing him go out there and really wow everybody and to see how much he loved it was kind of surprising.
Did you ever dance with him at all?
Did what? I'm sorry?
Have you ever danced with him at all?
Oh, yeah. I mean, slow dancing and stuff, of course. He went with me to prom, so we danced at my prom.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know if he was lying on his feet even then, but okay.
Yes, he was. He was at prom, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when did you guys start the show? Started early this year or late last year? I can't remember.
When did we start the show?
Yeah.
We started the show last August, and then our new season started about 8 weeks ago.
Yeah, and like I said, it's absolutely great. They actually had a couple of the episodes on E, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
During the hiatus with the soup. And I guess my other question, do you get somewhat tired of, do you watch a lot of television? Do you read a lot of magazines to kind of research?
I do. I read a lot of magazines, and I definitely watch some television, which gets old, especially when a lot of it is reality television. But I'm very thankful that most of my writers bear the brunt of that responsibility themselves, so they end up watching more television than I do and finding the kookiest clips. So I get let off the hook a little bit that way.
Were you always do you always read fashion magazines before this? Were you back in the day when you were on Boy Meets World? Were you always up to date in fashion?
I was. Not necessarily so fashion oriented. I definitely keep up on that kind of stuff. It fascinates me and I love it. But I was definitely into reading magazines. I've always been a magazine reader. They help me work out at the gym. They are a great way to pass time. So yeah, I have to admit I'm addicted to magazines.
Well, you actually were on I think the cover of 17 magazine. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct.
That is correct. Was that your first movie? Was that your first cover?
Yes, it was. It was the first cover I ever did, and it's awesome. It's still one of my favorite photo shoots.
Awesome. Besides the dish, is there anything else that you do? Are you going to try your hand at stand-up or anything?
Possibly. I've been asked that question a couple of times recently, and I have given it some thought. I actually went and introduced KP Anderson and Joel McHale in Minnesota a couple of months back, and got to go out there and do a little 5-minute bit or so that I enjoyed. So that kind of got that interest going. But I'm also in school full time, so trying to squeeze in something else right now might make me a little busier than I have time for.
Okay. So you finally got I'm sorry. So I'm assuming you're saying you're in college.
Yes, I am.
Okay, what's your degree going to be in?
Psychology with a focus in marriage and family therapy.
Ah, very, very interesting choice.
Yes, it is.
And I guess the show would be definitely easier to work with because you only have to shoot one day a week and you can go around.
Yeah, I work 2 days a week, like 2 half days a week basically, and they're really supportive of my decision to go back to school, and so they love that. And I think it also helps me. I think of what I do as being, acting and hosting and stuff. So much of what I do is based on my interpretations of what people's motives are. And I think it really helps me actually to be able to, people watch and be able to figure out people's motives. So I think it helps with my work too.
Are you a Bruin or you're a Trojan?
I'm a Trojan.
You're a Trojan. USC.
Yeah. USC. I'm not actually a Trojan. I'm not at USC. I don't live in LA. I live in Orange County, but I am a Trojan fan, so I'll call myself a Trojan.
So are you going to USC for school then?
No, I'm not. I don't live in LA.
Okay, you don't have LA. So are you going to school in Orange County then?
I'm going to school in Orange County, correct.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I want to make sure That's correct. That was what I meant by that question, by the way.
Got it. I thought you meant fan-wise.